I love stories that are inspired by truth. And so it's so fun for me to get to see a film that, is based in reality. And Two Hearts, it follows, two separate families, but they're, intertwined by kind of this miraculous mystery.
There's parallel love stories over different generations that meet in a very unusual way, in a very profound way, as the story kind of evolves. And it's challenging circumstances for the characters, but they kind of are able to perceive the situation from a very sort of wise point where they can see the meaning behind all the things that led them to the point that they find themselves in the story.
I had no idea that this was Jorge from the Bacardi rum family. And
Yeah.
I understand that they invited the two of you over for dinner so that you could meet.
They were delighted that that this was actually happening. There was a movie based on their life. Uh, Getting to meet their families and the dynamics between them, up front and close. Just it really helped to, I guess, to shed some, a little bit more substance into the story, right? Like already you read the script, it's really inspiring and all that, and you do some research on him, and it's amazing. But meeting him and hearing firsthand all the challenges that he had to go through, and how they stuck together, whatever happened, it was fantastic. It was really a blessing.
Leslie in the film, it seems like she really is one of the catalysts and the glue for, the hope to drive it forward. So Radha, what was that like?
Well, Leslie read on paper like a kind of a supportive wife character. And then I sort of had an inkling that she was a bit more spirited than that. And when I met her in person, oh my God, she's like a real force of nature. So I think my instinct was to try and bring some of that to just the energy of the character. And that was really who she is. And so it's interesting because she is the female kind of supporting role, but she's very much a rock to the relationship. Really has been, with all the sort of issues that they dealt with as a couple. But the girl part of me really just enjoyed the whole romance of their story and how they meet, and all of the magic of falling in love was just so sweet. And then the gravitas being that when it got tough, she really was a force of nature. She really was a rock, and I think had a lot to do with the success of the two of them personally.
And I love the broader theme of the film too. This idea that our purpose is bigger than maybe just our circumstance or who we are at the time. And I feel like it's so relevant, especially now during quarantine, and so many families are trying to navigate new waters. What can you share
Yeah.
about the hope that this film brings?
Certainly that our lives are enmeshed, and I think we're realizing that now as we all sort of see ourselves globally. Very much we're so connected, even as we're so separated. We're all going through something, and there is a kind of togetherness about that, and maybe some kind of fate to it that we're unaware of in this moment. And the movie certainly talks to that there's a possibility that things that seem to be, the dark, difficult parts of life are actually the things that bring the meaning to our lives. And probably there's a meaning that
Absolutely.
we're not creating ourselves, that there's a bigger meaning and a deeper meaning. And you just have to really trust that in order to get through the difficult moments.